Hi everyone.
Hi Kelly.
Hey Kelly, how are you? We are making mac and cheese.
Hi Andrew.
Hi Andrew. Making mac and cheese and shredded chicken this evening.
64. Hi Christine.
Hi Christine. Hi 64. So what I'm doing right now is just chopping up some celery.
What was your last slide about?
And some onions. Yesterday, for those of you who might have missed it, we threw some seeds in the ground. Yesterday afternoon, about 3 o'clock, we went live and got some seedlings in the ground. So I'm excited about that, or in their starters, I should say.
Hi Michelle.
Hi Michelle. So I'm excited about that. I'm a little late today, so I apologize. As you guys know, I work outside the house, so sometimes life happens and it gets a little crazy. So that's what I'm dealing with today. These are the seedlings that we started planting yesterday. These are the tomatoes, I believe. Yes, Bounty tomatoes. So we got those in the ground yesterday. And if you guys learned anything from me yesterday, you learned that I'm not a master gardener. I just go by the what comes natural to me. My grandparents, my father, my mother, they never had any expensive grow lights or anything, so I'm just trying it the all-natural way. We're going to see how that works out for us. So right now, I'm just cutting up an onion, cutting up the onion I'm going to do in the chopper. But the celery, I don't like to put in the chopper because of what I refer to as the celery hair. But where's everybody checking in from today? I feel like I'm real close and personal right now with y'all.
Your subscriber Crazy said that they made the sourdough bread today and it was great.
Awesome. Crazy. Is it crazy? That's awesome. I'm so glad that you made the sourdough and that it turned out fantastic. I always tell you guys, if you try it, you're gonna love it.
Talk about the chopper. Is it on the website?
The chopper that I'm using is called Full Star, and it is on the website. And you see how quickly it did that onion? Okay? It, in my life, time is money. You know what I'm saying? Time is money. So I'm going to throw these into a pot over here, and I'm going to bring you guys over to the stove. I'm going to throw the macaroni in.
Luna said that the chopper and the salt and pepper shakers arrived today, and she's so excited to use them.
Awesome, Luna. Thank you so much for supporting that. I'm glad that they arrived, and I look forward to your feedback on them. And if you have any problems, please reach out to me, okay, and we can troubleshoot it together.
Good afternoon, Cindy.
Good afternoon, Cindy. Let me move you guys over to the stove here. I just wanted to get a couple things done. I'm running a little behind today. My job got a little crazy. So usually I try to get set up to where you guys don't have to see a little crazy behind the scenes, but this is real life, right? Crazy is real life. So right now I am going to cook the macaroni al dente for the macaroni and cheese. In this pot I have onions and celery that I'm going to use for the shredded chicken. I'll throw some butter. Throw some butter in with the veggies. So that's that.
Are you a chef? Is your real job a chef?
No, my real job is not a chef. But thank you so much for flattering me. No, I'm not a chef, guys. I am a business professional. And that's all you'll ever get out of me with my job. I try not to bring my job into this.
Your subscribers tell you what the recipe's going to be on the website.
The recipe for the macaroni and cheese and the chicken will be loaded tonight. Absolutely. We always load the the recipes at the end of the evening. Typically, when I'm trying to work on the cookbook, Mr. Stinger's usually in there getting that stuff done.
You sure John does the website? There's been a lot of
The Mr. worked really hard on the website again, so go out, check it out, and give us your feedback. So I'm going to saute these celery and onion for the chicken.
Thank you, Mama, for the compliment on the website.
Thank you, Mama, for the compliment on the website. We appreciate it. And if you guys have feedback for the website, we certainly want to know that. Okay? So we are cooking the macaroni al dente. We have the celery and onions going. I'm going to grab a dish to put the macaroni into. Make sure that everything doesn't fall out of the cover. So, just scraping this out.
Mama said that she unboxed you today.
Thank you, Mama. I'll go look. I haven't been out to look at the inbox today. Thank you for the badges, Lori. Appreciate it. So we are macaroni and cheese and shredded chicken. And I did manage to get the chicken in and started earlier today. So I don't know if you guys have seen, you've probably seen a million ways to make chicken, hot chicken sandwiches, but I use all white chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast. So I cook this and I'm going to shred it. Then we're going to add it to this pot and it's going to be delicious. So let me work on that while these couple things are cooking over here. So back you go. So look, that red pot that you see right there is a Pampered Chef
Thank you for the badges, Pinky.
Baker. Thank you for the badges, Pinky. So right now I'm just going to shred this chicken by hand because I cooked it and let it cool so that I could do exactly this. I like to shred by hand. Okay? So who else is throwing seeds in the ground? What do you guys grow your own gardens? Do you do seedlings or do you just plant from plants at the store? We the plants at this store this year apparently are going to be really expensive. So I'm glad we are taking advantage of some seeds. And I boiled the chicken, guys, in, you know what I boiled it in. Go ahead and ask me what I boiled it in. Salt, pepper, and my favorite chicken bouillon by Knor.
Tell Lori there's going to be another garden session this weekend.
Lori, there's going to be another garden session this weekend. And if you guys go out to the website, you'll see that we, the Mister got a schedule of events out there for you guys. So hopefully you guys can see what time we're going to go live. With the exception of, like, tonight, I was a few minutes late, so I apologize for that.
Look in the announcements section.
But look in the announcement section, and you will see upcoming events. Like the charcuterie class for subscribers, the charcuterie. That's going to be this coming weekend. I think it's on Sunday, and seeds might be on Saturday. Okay? Seeds might be on Saturday. Or no. Yeah, seeds are on Saturday and charcuterie is on Sunday, I believe. But you can check it out on the website. The seamstress is going to have the apron. If you guys notice, I'm not wearing my mom's apron tonight. I'm wearing my mom's other apron this evening. The other one is at the seamstress. She was using it for a pattern for the apron. So that's it. This is just shredding the chicken.
When does voting for the aprons close?
The voting closes today. It closed today at 4 o'clock.
What did?
The apron voting closed today at 4 o'clock. And we can go, we'll make an announcement on that. I'll double check and make sure I didn't miss any last minute people who submitted. But we'll get that announcement out to tell you guys which ones will be printed. But all of the prints will be printed just in smaller quantities. The 4 that didn't get selected for the top 2 will be printed just in a smaller quantity. Okay. Just wiping off my hands real quick.
What are you cooking this evening?
We're cooking macaroni and cheese and a hot shredded chicken. That's what we're cooking this evening.
Kelly said that she missed you cooking the chicken.
Oh yeah, I cooked the chicken before I left for work this morning. And of course I saved the broth. You see how rich that broth is? That's what I got out of the chicken, okay? So I'm going to save this because we could do some noodles in that. Maybe we'll do noodles in that later this week, okay? But just getting the carrots, or the celery and the onions a little al dente. The pasta just needs to be cooked to al dente so we can get the macaroni and cheese into the oven.
Thank you everyone for supporting the channel, supporting us, supporting the community.
Thank you so much for supporting supporting the community, but more importantly, supporting the Mister and I, who are clearly new at this and learning, and you guys are teaching us a lot, so we appreciate it. Okay. So
we are working on the form for the viewer submissions for recipes.
we are working on a form for the viewer submissions of the recipes. Okay. Here I'm going to start shredding the cheese. The macaroni is done. So we can start our macaroni, and I'm going to get some spray here. If you guys didn't catch the live yesterday morning, we made sourdough pancakes, and that recipe is loaded. The sourdough pancakes turned out fantastic. So I'm going to grab another strainer real quick. Put this strainer down there so I can strain the macaroni.
Are you making shredded chicken for sandwiches?
Yes. Some of us will eat them on bread. Some of us will not. Actually, probably the majority of us will not.
Shannon said that her biscuits and gravy turned out amazing last night.
Wonderful, Shannon. That is wonderful. So into the pot over here.
What about the strainer? You just had in your hand?
Yeah, these this is a set of 3 strainers. They're on Pampered Chef, and they are the best strainers that I've ever had, okay? So into the pot over here, I'm going to keep you over here for a second, guys, because I'm going to do the macaroni and cheese. I'm putting 1 can of cream of chicken into the pot. No, let's leave it there. So 1 can of cream of chicken into the pot. No water, okay? Do not add water, okay? I'll keep moving you guys back and forth tonight because we're doing multiple things, okay? So, in the pot with the carrots and the onions, okay? Carrots and onions into the pot, cream of mushroom, soup.
Thank you, Silent Bro.
Thank you, Silent. In here, I'm going to put the shredded chicken, okay? So in here so far, we have celery, carrots, cream of mushroom, now chicken. We've added the shredded chicken, okay? Because this is going to cook on low, basically heat through, because the chicken's already cooked, the celery's already cooked, the onions are already cooked. So all we're doing is heating, okay? See, it already looks good. Okay?
No carrots and celery.
No carrots. This is celery and onions in here. No carrots. I probably said carrots. Sorry, guys. Celery and onions. The recipe will be up on the website.
Check out the website. There's a lot of new updates. Black some stuff's out on the
And as we're moving into the next season of summer, spring, I told you guys we would be doing a lot of things out on the Blackstone. So I did get some things loaded for the Blackstone. Now, what I do different with my chicken that most people do not is I add stovetop, okay? So that's why I don't add a lot of seasoning. I added the seasoning to the chicken when I cooked it, okay, which was the chicken bouillon that you guys always see me use, okay?
Did you use cream of chicken or
Chicken.
cream of mushroom?
Okay? No, cream of chicken, guys. You don't want it, well, you can use cream of mushroom, and I have before in a pinch, but I find cream of mushroom to be very salty, okay? Cream of mushroom is a very salty, okay? So for me, I prefer cream of chicken, okay? Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of milk to this, a little bit of milk, and let this cook up while we throw the macaroni and cheese together, okay? So we're going to throw the macaroni and cheese together while this is heating up through, okay? And if you want to do this for an event, you know, like a birthday party, we serve this a lot. And we'll do it in the crock pot. Okay, you can do it in the crock pot. Okay? But for dinner, when it's just us, I just do it right here in the pan. Okay? You just need to make sure that you are stirring it so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Okay?
What do you got in the pot so far?
So in the pot is chicken breast, shredded chicken breast, all white, boneless, skinless chicken breast, onions, celery, and stovetop stuffing. 1 box of stovetop stuffing, okay? So that's going to cook, and we're going to put together the mac and cheese. Okay? The mac and cheese will go into the oven, and then we will chit-chat while we're waiting for everything to get done. Okay? So I use the chicken stove top. know some folks do like saltine crackers, but I've really found the okay. So that is 1 pound, 1 pound of elbow macaroni. Okay. And now I'm going to put 1 stick of butter. 1 stick of butter. One stick of butter in there. And let that start to melt a little bit. Okay. While we shred the cheese. Okay. So I'm going to use 2 different kinds of cheese. Okay, 2 different kinds of cheese. I'll move this back this way so you guys can see what I'm doing with the shredding. Thanks, Ben. And this mac and cheese does not require a bechamel sauce. Okay.
Hi, Melanie Wallace.
Hello, Melanie Wallace. Welcome in. We are making mac and cheese and shredded chicken. Okay. So this is smoked Gouda. Smoked Gouda. What are you doing?
That's for my piece of Gouda cheese.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing, mister? What are you doing, mister? So, we're getting some Gouda here. And I encourage you when you're doing mac and cheese not to use the store-bought pre. You see the handout? Look at him. Can y'all see him? Looking for a handout. The store-bought cheese. Do not use it, okay? It has a little bit of, it has some, let's call them preservatives on that. And it does not help your mac and cheese out, okay? So this is Gouda. Smoked Gouda. And you guys, I encourage you to experiment with the cheeses that you like, okay, and that your family like. I've put hot pepper cheese in this before. I've put mild cheddar. Just look for cheeses that melt, have a high melting, okay?
That's right, Lori. I am quality control.
Yes, that's his job. That's his entire job. Call it quality control.
And website development.
Well, and yeah, I started to say, and he likes to torment me as well. Okay? He likes to torment me. Okay? So, look at that Gouda. Okay, Gouda is a soft cheese. This is a smoked Gouda. Okay? So good. Okay? So good. You could also use Gruyere cheese is a good cheese to use in mac and cheese, okay? And just mild and sharp cheddar, okay? Also good cheeses, which is what I'm going to be using today.
When she's not mad at me, she usually calls me honey.
Yeah.
Or mister.
Or mister. I always say, hey, after 34 years, I've probably called him a few things. But I will say that we are not and have never really been big on, I should say since high school, we have never been big on calling each other out of our name. Okay? So I will give us credit for that. We haven't always been perfect, but calling each other out of our names, we've not done that too often. Okay? So the mister will enjoy this piece of Gouda.
I may be on camera someday, but I look better behind the camera.
So I'm going to put that back there for him. And then I'm going to open the mild cheddar, and we're going to grate it.
Could we use Havarti?
Absolutely.
Absolutely what?
You can use Havarti. Okay. Havarti cheese. I love Havarti. We love it on sandwiches. Okay. So this is a mild cheddar. Okay. And just to help with the cheese, I always just leave it in the refrigerator till just before I'm getting ready to shred it, you guys. Okay. And I like to just, as you can see, move it around. And there are modern tools that you can do this a lot quicker. Okay, a lot quicker, a lot easier. But I try to keep things to a minimum for machinery. I'm working out my arms right now. That's how I think about it. Okay, getting a good arm workout.
How much cheese do you think to a pound of mac?
And this is going to be 2 pounds that I'm shredding, just so you know. And I go by sight. Okay, I go by sight. Because this mac and cheese it does not have a bechamel, which means a cream sauce. Okay, a cream sauce. We're not making a cream sauce for this mac and cheese. This mac and cheese has 2 or 3 different kinds of cheese, however you want to look at it. And then it has eggs and evaporated milk. Okay, eggs and evaporated milk. I'm gonna go over here and stir the chicken salad real quick, just to make sure we're not burning it. See, the chicken is looking so good. So this is all we will have tonight. And if I wanted to throw a vegetable in, I have some Brussels in the refrigerator I could use. Here comes the mister looking for the handout of the cheddar. See? I just keep feeding him. If I feed him, he stays quiet. Okay? And I know you guys get concerned with my fingers, but I think I've been doing this long enough that I just go with it. Okay? So this is smoked Gouda and cheddar. Okay? In here is 1 pound of elbow macaroni. And you can use wheat macaroni, whole grain macaroni, however you choose to use it. I find it works best just to use elbow macaroni. I put an entire stick of butter in here. An entire stick, okay? And then we're gonna get two eggs. 2 farm fresh eggs. I always feel like that's gonna fall down if I touch the pyramid up there on the dishes. 2 farm fresh eggs. Okay. Okay. And we're going to beat the tar out of them. Okay, beat the tar out of them. That's what my grandmother used to say. I have lots of versions of macaroni and cheese. Okay? But during the week, I like this version. It's rather quick as far as pulling it together, okay? We're not going to salt it, okay? You've already missed your opportunity to salt the macaroni, okay? You should have salted when you cooked your macaroni, okay? Heavily salted water, okay? 2 eggs. I'm just going to mix this cheese in a little bit at a time, okay? And I'm going to save half.
Why are you adding eggs?
It just helps with the binding of the macaroni and cheese. This is more of
It
a,
does.
the eggs, when you add the eggs, it helps with the binding because we're not doing a bechamel, okay? Sauce, okay? This, when you guys see this macaroni, and I hope you guys stick around to see it, you'll see that it's more of a, almost like a macaroni casserole comes out, okay? It's so good. And we can do bechamel macaroni and cheese one day on the channel too. Okay. So there is that. I'm gonna add some smoked Gouda in here. Just moving it around. Okay. Then I will add pepper.
What kind of bowl is that? Where's it from?
This is a Pampered Chef. Pampered Chef. And I will link it for you guys, okay? This has a lid. It's a casserole, but it's called a quick cooker. Okay, a quick cooker. And that's because of the circulation when you put the lid on, okay? This thing will cook a
Hi, Robin.
a pork loin in half the time, okay? You can cook things in the microwave in this dish, okay? So there's that. I'm going to add some pepper. Add some pepper. No salt because I already heavily salted my water, okay?
You have an open party on the website.
Yes, I have an open party on the website for Pampered Chef, guys. Okay? The last thing you're going to do is take the rest of this, well, next to the last thing, and put this cheese. Put this cheese on here like this.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori. Okay? And then spread that about. Okay? Spread that about. That's to the dog there. That little piece there is to the dog. Okay? And then the last thing you're going to do is add 1 can of evaporated milk. Okay? 1 can of evaporated milk.
How much macaroni you got in there?
This is 1 pound of elbow macaroni. Okay? Nothing special about the macaroni that I use, just elbow, usually whatever's on sale. I do try to look at the ingredients and make sure that nothing crazy is in there, okay? And then I'm going to pop this in the oven at 375 degrees, guys. And while it's cooking, I'm going to answer your questions and take you over and show you the chicken salad. Okay. Let's get this in the oven so she's cooking.
Subscribe.
Thank you so much, Maureen. Okay. So I'm going to let that cook for 25 minutes, okay, 25 minutes. And then I'm going to check on it. And I'm probably going to add a little more shredded cheese to the top. But I'll see how it looks, okay? a lot of the recipes, it's hard for me to give you guys a recipe because I don't cook with recipes anymore. So I apologize. But I figure them out for you guys and post them. Okay? So that is the mac and cheese in the oven. Let's go over and check out the chicken salad. Let me get that out of the way. Chicken salad. I don't know why you're looking at the ground. There you go. Chicken salad. Okay? This is fully cooked. Okay? Fully cooked. Okay? All we have in here is 1 onion, 2 stalks of celery. Okay? 2 stalks of celery. Okay? 1 onion. 1 box of stovetop. Okay? I'm just scraping up from the bottom of the pan to make sure we get all that goodness, the brown bits, into the chicken salad. Okay? Our grandbabies love this chicken salad. Okay? So, that's it. Okay? Chicken salad. Looks delicious. We have this chicken. I'm going to tighten up the thing. We have this chicken, which we are going to use later this week. So I'm just going to put that up there.
Did you add the season packet from the stovetop?
I did.
You did what?
The stovetop, yes, the stovetop is 1 package of stovetop, okay? 1 box of stovetop. Cream of chicken, you got it. I did add milk. Okay, it's probably like 2 tablespoons of milk, okay? And that's just to thin out that cream of chicken soup, okay, instead of water. I just find that the milk works better, okay? And then yes, I did use the seasoning from the stuffing. Celery and onions, you got it. Celery and onions are pre-cooked, probably in a tablespoon of butter. Okay, we started those first, so they were just a couple minutes, okay? But this is good and ready, okay? So I'm going to taste it, actually, make sure that it's good to go. This is 1 box of stovetop, 1 cream of chicken, 1 onion, and 2 stalks of celery. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so that is done and good. Delicious, actually. And so I'm going to move you guys back over here. I'm going to answer some questions about either what we cooked tonight, about seeds from last. Was the stovetop straight from the box? Absolutely. Stovetop was absolutely straight from the box. Down.
Up. There you go.
Just the chicken stovetop, no herb. Thank you guys so much for the new follows. Really appreciate it. The double taps, really appreciate that so much. Double tapping your screen.
Can you show us some of the containers you used for the seating?
Yes. Tonight we cooked homemade macaroni and cheese and shredded chicken. Shredded chicken. The chicken salad can go on rolls, sandwich rolls, but we don't eat it that way. We just eat it straight. Tonight, the recipe for the mac and cheese will be on the website, and the recipe for the chicken salad will be on the website tonight. We always load all of our recipes the night after we're done. I've watched a lot of people cook.
Eric made the stuffed cabbages and the family loved them.
Oh, Eric, that makes me happy. I'm so glad you love this stuffed cabbage. And I try to be as clean as possible. I understand that I'm not a professional chef and I'm just cooking for my family, but I try to be respectful. The sink, but you see the sink over here, right? This catches all my crazy. That is 3 pounds of chicken breast. 3 pounds of chicken breast. All white, boneless, skinless chicken breast. And I boiled that in 2 tablespoons of Knorr. Okay. 2 tablespoons of this. And I boiled it probably a good 4 hours, guys. Because I wanted to shred it. Okay. So I'm not using a crock pot. Okay. But look at that broth. This was just water. Water and 2 tablespoons of the Knorr seasoning. Okay. Yes, black pepper and macaroni and cheese. Don. Absolutely. You can use white pepper if you prefer, but we always eat black pepper. But look at the flavor that is in that. Now this is chicken broth that I can make noodles in, okay? So this was literally just water, tap water, and 2 tablespoons of that bouillon that I share with you guys all the time, okay? And it's delicious, okay? So yes, if I wasn't going to use this broth this week, I would definitely freeze it, okay? I would definitely freeze it, but we're going to use it this week later on. You can make chicken and broccoli casserole, chicken and broccoli rice casserole, okay? So it's very good. So I'll keep that shredded chicken so we can use it. I made dumplings. They were like a big glob of glue and heavy. Well, inbox me on here, and I'll see what we can do to help with your dumplings. We boiled our chicken in tap water, okay, drinking water, and 2 tablespoons of this. And this is the broth that we got from that. Okay. You see how delicious that broth's going to be? So if I wanted to cook noodles, okay, if I wanted to cook noodles, I would use this broth to cook them in. How long can you save in the refrigerator? I never save chicken past 5 days, 5 to 7 days.
How do you get to the website?
If you guys go to the website where I do make homemade egg noodles, and we're going to do that on live, okay? You can absolutely make the chicken in a crock pot. Yes. If I'm going to do a big event, I will do the basically my chicken recipe in a crock pot, 2 crock pots actually.
How do I get to the website?
The website, if you go up and click Chicknchick in the top left-hand corner, it'll bring up another picture of me. If you click on that picture, it'll bring up the bio, and you can see the website there. Okay? And on the website is all of our recipes that we've done so far, and a couple, I think I put a couple out there that I didn't do yet live, but they're all out there that we've done live. Sure, Colleen, I can talk about Wilma. Wilma is, for those of you who are new, Wilma is our sourdough starter. Wilma is our sourdough starter here at the homestead. Okay? And Wilma is half a cup of all-purpose unbleached flour and 1/4 cup of drinking water. I do not use tap water and I do not use well water, although you can, okay, but I just choose not to. Yes, I made mac and cheese today, and the recipe will be on the website tonight. Yes, you drain your chicken. Okay, you drain your chicken. That's where I got my stock from. Okay, and this stock I'll use for noodles one day this week. Okay.
Colleen asked if it's normally get water on top of your starter.
It is. That's called hooch. on top of your starter. If you get like a liquid on top of it, okay. Mine hasn't done that yet, but it could eventually. But it's not done that. But that hooch is fine. Okay, there's real controversy about the hooch, but the hooch can just be stirred back in and refed. And that usually indicates that your starter's hungry, that you need to feed her. Okay? Joyce, I don't believe that using flour that has been frozen affects the dough. But some people have controversially said that they feel like you don't get a good rise out of it. The bread pudding recipe is on TikTok. I don't know if we've loaded it to the website yet, so I'll check. It's on TikTok. Have we loaded the bread pudding? Some of the early recipes that we did that I had posted to the TikTok, just in my handwriting, have not been loaded to the website. We have not connected the YouTube channel to TikTok yet, because I have a channel over on TikTok or over on YouTube, flipping dimes to dollars, and I'm not sure how to integrate the two, but you guys have asked me about that, so we are checking into how we can do that so you guys can get. Bren's 1128. I'll look and make sure that it's either on the website or loaded on TikTok. And if it's just loaded on TikTok, I'll have the mister load it to the website. My sourdough recipe, which is on our website. Okay, it calls for 100 grams of your starter in the sourdough loaf.
Can we watch your other lives?
Don't have cream or can. After drain, remove some. Yes, after you remove on the fourth day, you want to feed again. Okay, anytime that you remove starter from your starter, you want to refeed. Okay. You have to feed it flour and water every time you feed. Every time you feed a cup of all-purpose unbleached flour and a quarter cup of water. Every time you feed. And you can put your starter in the refrigerator if you guys are not going to use your starter, okay? Like I do. I cook with ours pretty much every day, okay? And this week we're going to be making, the bio recipes questions always can be found there. You add the stovetop to the chicken after you have added your cream of chicken, after your onions and after your celery have cooked. And yes, I used unbleached flour because that's by choice. I just feel like it does better for. Thank you. Yes, my YouTube flipping knives to dollar never kicked off, so I just never used it. But if you guys want me to connect it so that these lives stay on that channel, we can do that. Nordish.
They can't watch your past lives on TikTok?
They're saying they can't. I can see all the lives. I'm not sure if you guys can, but I can see all of our past lives. Yes, Nordish, we either make sourdough bread or some kind of dessert, typically with our starter every day. If we're not going to use it that day, I will take out part, put it in the refrigerator so that I can use it the next day. Like yesterday, we made sourdough pancakes. And last week, I think we made a total of 3 desserts with our sourdough starter. Yeah, no problem, Nordish. I just use it I try to use it in some sort of way to where it's not going to waste. Some people eat it on bread. We eat it without bread. Oh, okay. Good to know, Robin. They cannot access our past lives unless we post them to YouTube. Thank you, Don. We really appreciate that.
We'll figure out how to get them on YouTube.
Great, Nordish. That's awesome. I feed Wilma. This is Wilma, and I feed her every night before I go to bed. It's the very last thing that I do before I go to bed. We turn in, and I feed her, and then she's ready in the morning when we get up. She's doubled in size. Yeah, you can eat it on just about anything, but for us, we just eat it as the main meat dish. Because we're having the carb and the macaroni and cheese, we try not to double carb it as much as we can. Yeah, they're saying if I don't post them to YouTube, you won't be able to see them. But we'll figure out how to post our past lives to YouTube. So if you guys go out and subscribe to the Flipping Dimes to Dollars YouTube channel, we will connect this to YouTube so you guys can see past lives, okay? And yes, I have made cinnamon rolls with sourdough starter. I haven't posted that recipe yet, but people asked me to do this, our sourdough starter cinnamon rolls have already been up on TikTok, but we will definitely do them someday. You are seeing my past lives, Colleen? That's good to know.
What if you have to be a subscriber to see past lives?
Oh, yes, Colleen is a subscriber. And she says that she can see past lives. So as a subscriber, you might be able to see our past lives. So as a subscriber, you might be able to see our past lives. Okay?
We'll get it sorted out.
But we'll get it figured out for y'all. It'll take us a little bit of time, but we'll get it figured out. So a couple things I want to talk about real quick. First of all, the cookbook. The cookbook is coming along nicely and will be ready, available early March. The apron is at the seamstress, so she could use it for a pattern, and those are currently being made. The pattern and the test one, so I can sign off on them. And we're going to do two giveaways this week. We'll be giving away vintage items this week. And one will be, you will only be eligible for the giveaway as a subscriber. And the other one will be open to everybody, okay? So we try to be fair for both groups. But the subscribers will have a vintage item draw, and then we will do everybody. We made mac and cheese this evening, mac and cheese and shredded chicken. Oh, okay. I see that. So we will figure out the whole YouTube thing for you guys. Shredded chicken. Some people call this Ohio chicken, which I didn't even know. I've been in Ohio most of my life and didn't even know it's called Ohio chicken. But there's lots of ways that you can do this recipe. I cook celery and onions in butter. Then I add a can of cream of chicken. Then I add my shredded chicken that I cooked. I use all white chicken breast. Some people use canned chicken. I use all white chicken breast. And then I add a 1 box of stovetop. You can use it either way, Cheryl. Some people, it's controversial. Some people say that you can use your starter has to be at room temperature, but I've done it both ways. Yes, crazy. Milk in the mac and cheese was 1 can of evaporated milk. 1 can of evaporated milk was in the mac and cheese. And in the chicken, I put maybe 2 tablespoons of milk in there to basically thin out the cream of chicken that we used. Carmen Electra, 100 grams of Wilma goes in our sourdough bread recipe that is posted on our website. But your recipes will change, okay, according to what you're making on the grams of sourdough starter that's going to go in. You will find me on YouTube at my YouTube channel is called Flipping Dimes to Dollars with the number 2.
We'll just repurpose that channel for.
And we're gonna rename it for this, okay? I have no idea, Robin. You made taco soup? I like it. But we will definitely connect with you all on YouTube so you can see the lives. Because I know it's important for us to make sure you guys can see them. So I'm going to go check. Let's check on the thing. Yes, absolutely. The broth that we made earlier, we definitely want to save that broth. We do not want to throw that delicious broth away. Okay? So this is what the chicken salad looks like. Okay? Some people will do this with saltine crackers. Okay? Saltine crackers. And some people will do it like it's thin. Okay? We like to have ours thick because we don't usually use bread. Okay? And it's more like a stuffing. Okay? And we'll just use it as a side. Okay? And I use these heavy bottom pans. That might be our son. I use these heavy bottom pans with these heavy lids so it stays hot. Okay? So it stays hot. And we're going to check the macaroni in about 3 minutes. Yeah, in just like 3 minutes, we're going to check the macaroni and see where it's at. I'm so glad you made the chicken and dumplings and you love them. That recipe is really good. I really love it. I call it chicken and dumpling soup because you put those hearty vegetables in there. My granny used to do just chicken and dumplings in broth, in stock. No, these are Pampered Chef. These are Pampered Chef. But my grandmother used to make dumplings. Just, of course, we were not wealthy, not even by a little bit. So we would, use what we had. And so sometimes we had dumplings just in broth. Okay. You want to try the chicken salad?
Chicken salad. Yeah, I'll try it.
Our son's stopping over. So he's gonna...
Wouldn't it be considered shredded chicken?
Yeah. Some people call it shredded chicken. We cooked shredded chicken. Or chicken salad, I call it. The mister calls it shredded chicken. I don't call it shredded chicken because shredded chicken is typically made with canned chicken. Okay?
Chicken is warm.
Okay.
Chicken salad is cold.
And chicken salad can be made both cold and warm. There is this chicken, which we'll have to try. Used to make these sandwiches and put them in the oven and cover them with butter and bake them with the buns and everything. Oh, they used to come out so delicious. So we're going to go pull the mac and cheese in just about another minute. We're going to open it and see what it looks like and see what we need to do. If we can just brown it off, we'll brown it off. But I want to judge the cheese. I want to judge the cheese ratio for the mac and cheese. Yeah, you're going to want to cover this mac and cheese just until you brown it, until you get ready to brown it, only because it has eggs in it, okay? Yes, both of our recipes will be posted tonight on the website. If you go up to Chicknchick at the top, where I'm holding that cup of black coffee, if you click on that, it's going to bring up my profile. And it's going to, if you click on my picture, it'll bring up our website. And yes, tap. Thank you so much. The double taps really help the channel. This is the mac and cheese. So let's see what we got. You shut that oven door, son.
Yep.
Okay. So this is how we're looking right now. So we're going to determine if we want to add more cheese at this point or we're going to brown it off. That looks good and cheesy. Okay, good and cheesy. So what we're going to do now is stick it in there and brown it off. Okay, so we're just going to brown it up and this is going to be good. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in the oven and take the lid off. I'll leave the lid over here.
Do you
Okay.
have to use eggs?
Well, you do in this one, that's what's going to bind your mac and cheese together. If you do a bechamel sauce, okay, where you basically make the sauce on the stove top, okay, with flour. If you make a bechamel, you do not need to make, you don't have to include eggs, okay? If you do a bechamel sauce. But for this recipe, like I said, we'll do multiple recipes for mac and cheese, okay? We'll do multiple recipes. Because I didn't let it run dry. If you let your chicken run dry, meaning it runs out of water or stock, it's going to dry out, okay? And I did not do my chicken in a crock pot. I did mine on the stove, okay? Yeah, when I was a child, I was allergic to milk products. No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine. You didn't need to tag. You're okay.
What about those seed containers?
Oh, yeah. So let me go in here. Okay, guys. Yesterday we planted seeds, okay? We planted seeds yesterday for the garden. And I want to talk to you guys about what you're using, okay? When you're doing things in your kitchen, always think about how you can use things the next time, okay? Instead of throwing them in the trash, okay? So for me, these are those blackberry containers that we made blackberry cobbler, okay? And I planted seeds in them this weekend, and this is like a little greenhouse, okay? It's got a lid on it. Now when these germinate and we get some little things on them, we will open this up, okay? And then I just take a popsicle stick and identify what I planted in there, okay? We made mac and cheese tonight, mac and cheese, and hot chicken salad or shredded chicken, however y'all prefer. These are just pop bottles that I cut in half. I just labeled what I put in there and the date, okay? You can leave the eggs out of the mac and cheese, guys. It's just that when I plate it up for you guys here in a bit, you're gonna see why it's like, I don't know how to say it, but it's kind of like matted together, okay? So if you leave the eggs out, it's gonna be absolutely fine. You're just not going. Your mac and cheese is gonna be more loose. Yes, the mac and cheese is browning off, and I'm gonna bring it out, and we're gonna plate it up. We absolutely are. So just about 5 minutes, y'all. So your job is to come over here and stand by this, make sure this doesn't burn up. So we're just browning off the top of the mac and cheese, and then we'll bring it out, and I'm going to plate it up, and I'll show you guys how we compact. Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah, it's in the oven browning off. We're going to get it browned off, and then we're going to plate it up, and it's going to be good, okay? But see how putting these in these bottles, guys, see the moisture? Okay, it works like a little greenhouse. Okay? And for the seeds, okay,
How long have we lived in the country?
we have been at our homestead for 4 years. In the country for 4 years. Mac and cheese. Yeah, I look forward to you trying it, Nordish, and telling me what you think. There's so many variations of how you make mac and cheese. And so I'll be interested to see how you like it.
What do you use for soil?
We use the organic Jiffy seed starter. I'm not a master gardener, so for us, we are still at the stage where we're developing our own compost pile and all that. No, I won't plant I won't plant them directly outside. Is it Trish? Because it's too cold here. We live in Ohio, and so they will be in here for a little bit. Yeah, mac and cheese is one of those things, like, it's according to what location you're from, on how you make your mac and cheese. So we're going to do a couple variations for you guys. This is just our family's go-to for mac and cheese. Yeah, if you're watching me cook, we're gonna do a subscriber cook along where I post all the ingredients for you guys, and then we're gonna cook together. That's nice, Trish. You make yours out of a box. We're gonna change that for you, Lori. Thank you. I try to make it easy for people to understand. I try not to be too crazy, but yes. To put in your book? Nice. I have made mac and cheese with a bechamel sauce, which is basically a sauce, cheese sauce. How's it looking, son? Hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna grab this out. What do I do with my... Grab my little things here. Okay? That's how she's looking. Okay? So I like to have a little brown, but not too crazy. I don't want it to dry out. Okay? Where is my spoon over here? You guys know I have a little thing about pulling silverware out of the utensil container. I like to wash it off real quick to make sure it hasn't collected any dust overnight. Okay? So let's grab some chicken. Oh, you set that in the door.
Yep.
Okay? So there's the main component, the chicken. Okay, that's the chicken. What did I just do with that spoon? Did I stay in here? Girl, losing my mind. And then I'm going to put some mac and cheese on here. Okay. Mac and cheese. All right. So that's what the mister and the family is going to eat tonight. Don't tell the mister I'm going to... Okay.
How do I become a subscriber?
Yes. If you want to become a subscriber, you can click on the little star at the top where it says 43 or 46, and it will take you to the subscriber link, and we greatly appreciate that. So I'm going to start plating up for our son's family, and most ideally you could leave this mac and cheese sit. Okay, leave it sit for like 15 minutes. Okay. No, the chicken's not cold. The reason why you guys always hear me about using those heavy bottom pans, okay, the heavy bottom pans, they really hold the heat in, okay? And that's why I can cook the way that I do, okay, like this, in circles, because those things that are done are going to remain hot, okay? Remain hot.
I can confirm the chicken and the macaroni and cheese is delicious.
The mac and cheese and the chicken are delicious, he said.
Do I get a small sample?
Now the kid wants to try a little sample.
It's that little bowl right there.
Our son's nickname is the Kid, and he's picking up for his family, but we're gonna let him taste test real quick. We're not gonna tell his wife and kids that he cheated on them. Grab a fork, baby. So we will... I did not serve the chicken on bread. No, you can serve it on bread, but because I use stovetop topping, they said, "Nice to meet you, kid."
Nice to meet you too.
So for... She's calling. Because we use stovetop stuffing in the chicken, shredded chicken or chicken salad, however y'all want to call it, then we did not put it on bread. Okay, we won't serve it as a sandwich. The chicken is the protein by itself. It would be like your steak or your grilled chicken or whatever that is, okay? So the mac and cheese and the chicken turned out delicious. See, the longer it sits, okay? With the subscription, you get the little, if you see the people with the little rooster and it says THKU, thank you, those are people who are supporting the channel, and in return, their comments get recognized through the feed, and we answer their questions most quickly because they're most identified. They also get lives, like we're going to do a charcuterie class on Sunday this week. Sunday at 3 o'clock, we're doing a charcuterie class. And
we have a list of subscriber benefits on the website.
And in that charcuterie class, only the subscribers will be able to comment and ask questions. It will be open to everybody, but subscribers only will be able to ask questions, okay? And they get one giveaway a week that is exclusive for subscribers only. They also are getting the first 24 hours of purchase. They get first purchase of the cookbooks and the aprons. Okay?
Our subscriber benefits are on
Yeah.
the website.
And all of the subscriber benefits are on the website. I have put breadcrumbs on top, but this one I don't. This is our family go-to, and I prepare it just like I did tonight. It's the one that, it's our default This is the easiest for me to do during the week.
The mac and cheese is very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious.
Thank you so much. Now, remember this has smoked Gouda, and cheddar. Smoked Gouda and cheddar, okay? Everybody said, hi, son.
Hello.
It's so good. You want to get some containers and we'll start backing up for you guys. Right here. I put them away. It's a few minutes. Yeah, you can come in.
What's wrong?
Oh, salmon patties, and this would be delicious. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yes, it's good. So you get that pull from that macaroni and cheese. Mm-hmm. I fed the mister. He's already eaten. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can use regular milk. Thank you, Nordish. So pretty quick dinner tonight. Not too bad. The longest thing was just making sure that that chicken was really good and tender and shredded. That's the Clean Plater. Thank you for the subscription. Really appreciate that. The Mister is a clean plater. The Mister is a good clean plater. So mac and cheese tonight was just 1 box of elbow macaroni, okay? Cook it al dente because you're going to continue to cook the macaroni in the oven, okay? So you want to cook it al dente. And then 1 stick of butter. So what I do is I drain my macaroni and I dump it right into the vessel that I'm going to cook it in. I put a stick of butter in there and toss it really well, okay? Then I take 2 farm fresh eggs, beat those eggs, put that in the macaroni and cheese, mix it up really well, okay? And then I hand shred. This is key, is using the grinding your own cheese, okay? Is key. The cheese that you buy that is shredded in the store has a little bit of flour preservative. I don't know what they put on it, okay? And it will not give you any stretch. Thank you, Lori. So tonight I used smoked Gouda and mild cheddar in here. Smoked Gouda and mild cheddar. Yeah, it's kind of waxy. I don't know what they're doing with that to keep it good forever, but thank you so much.
Why is my chicken always tough?
Probably because how are you cooking it? Are you cooking it on the stove? Usually toughness is either that you've overcooked your chicken, overcooked it, or moisture. You didn't put enough chicken broth in it, okay? But 2 things that are always overcooked. 2 things that most people will overcook. Chicken and pork.
Yep.
Okay?
He does
chicken and pork.
Joyce cooks there slow and low.
That's right. Yes. And then, of course, I always let it sit on the counter. Okay? Much like a steak, a good steak, the moisture returns as you're letting it rest. Same way with this mac and cheese, right? If you get right in there when it comes out, it doesn't have a minute to sit. Okay? You put enough liquid in it, then I would say you're overcooking it. Okay? Yeah, you can use the meat thermometer. There's a whole cabinet full too, son. I don't know what I did with mine. I had it laid out here. We have a little infrared cooking gun that we use, and it's posted on our website. Okay, this is a point and read. Okay. It's 117 degrees, my mac and cheese is. Okay. So this will read temps, and it's a really good thermometer. It is on our website, and I don't think it's really expensive if I remember correctly. Yeah, if you can use a thermometer, that's always best, because I'm telling you, chicken and pork is always overcooked. Always overcooked. And I made pork chops. I don't know. No, what did I make? It was pork chops, wasn't it, babe? I made pork chops last week, and
Pork chops.
yeah, and it was real controversial. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, those are not done." They're done. If you read about pork, medium rare is the best way to eat pork. Yeah, I have one for the Blackstone. Yeah, you can definitely use it on the Blackstone. We have a large Blackstone. I can use it right here. We have a large Blackstone.
They can see how it is now. It's resting.
On our deck, and we will definitely be cooking on that this spring and summer. Okay, we will definitely be cooking on that this spring and summer. And again, I'm going to tell you guys, the vessel that you're cooking it in, okay, this is that Pampered Chef vessel. And this will stay hot, okay? It stays hot in here, okay? Because our son's family, they don't get home until like 6 o'clock. But I start cooking at like 4. And so I cook in the heavy bottom pans so that everything is still perfect temp for them, okay?
Thank you, Linda. It is a pretty nice pool, 33 foot round.
Thank you, Linda. It is a beautiful pool, and we enjoy it so much. A grandson, our oldest is 5, and we have one that's 16 months. And they enjoy the pool so greatly. We have two little swimmers. They love it. Of course, our children, they love it too, but being able to get in the pool in the summer when it's hot, you've worked in the garden, you've worked outside. Listen, y'all, it's priceless. Yes, it does get humid here sometimes. Not like other places. We made mac and cheese, and we made chicken, shredded chicken, or chicken salad. I call it chicken salad. My husband calls it shredded chicken. And the shredded chicken, we cooked chicken breast in bouillon, okay, in water, and 2 tablespoons of bouillon. I cooked it for about 4 hours, okay. Then I let it cool. I drained it. I kept the broth. So just 2 tablespoons of that bouillon and water turned out this broth, okay? Okay? And this we will use later for noodles, okay? This week we'll probably do noodles sometimes and use that broth. So we made shredded chicken, and it was chicken breast, 3 pounds of chicken breast, shredded. I took 2 stalks of celery and an onion, chopped those up, sauteed them in like 2 tablespoons of butter. And then really appreciate the double taps, guys. Then took the shredded chicken, put it back in with a can of cream of chicken soup, and 1 box of stovetop stuffing. 1 box of stovetop stuffing. Yes, we are in Ohio. Moved around when I was younger. Military brat. We did some time in Georgia and Texas. and then settled in Ohio rather early. I was born in a little town called Sandy Hook, Kentucky. Sandy Hook. So what are you guys cooking tonight? What's everybody cooking tonight?
We'll wind up about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, can you let Zach know that he can bring in Loki. Loki's gonna stop by. Loki can come in. So when he gets here, our 5-year-old grandson's stopping by, and so they wanted to make sure it was okay that he came in while I was on camera. So that's fine. Maybe you guys will get to meet him. He's a wild one. He's a wild one. Our oldest. He's 5 years old. Chicken chili, tacos. Oh, scalloped potatoes and green beans. Yum, yum. Chicken noodle soup. Yum, yum. Mac and cheese if you have the ingredients. If you don't, improvise. Is the Pampered Chef pan dishwasher safe? Absolutely. Kielbasa would be great with the mac and cheese. That sounds good. Halibut burger. That would be good. Pinto beans, macaroni and cheese. Oh, yes, cornbread. Oh, I like it. Look at you guys. You guys are some good cooks. Roasted chicken and rice. Yeah, I was thinking that we might do like a broccoli, rice, cheese casserole with that extra chicken this week.
Linda said she made
Pulled pork yesterday with potato salad and coleslaw. Yum, yum. Nice, Trish. Yeah, I live on Pampered Chef. We have a Pampered Chef link on our website. Sloppy Joes and tater tots. If you guys, we made chicken nuggets live the other night. Chicken nuggets and French fries. They turned out so fantastic. Yeah, in my opinion, you can't hardly beat Pampered Chef. Thank you so much. My least liked food? I don't know, because I love Filipino food, Vietnamese food, a lot of things that some people wouldn't like, I really love. I'm not a big beef eater, guys. It's just one of those things I just don't enjoy. I like chicken, pork, but beef is not something I really enjoy. I can make a really good steak. It's not something I like. So if I had to guess what my least liked food would be, it would be beef. Quick recipe for mac and cheese. This was 1 pound.
They'll be on the website.
Yeah, they will definitely be on the website tonight. The mister will get them posted. But 1 box of macaroni cooked al dente, 2 eggs, 1 stick of butter, 1 can of evaporated milk. And then, of course, cheese of your choice. Tonight we use cheddar cheese and smoked Gouda. Yeah, Trish, some people, I mean, it's like, I think it's, I don't know why it is that I don't like beef, but it's just one of those things I don't enjoy. Do you make deviled or pickled eggs? I've made pickled eggs, but deviled eggs, of course. The mister. Yeah, we really like the eggs in this macaroni. and cheese. This is our staple. This is our go-to recipe for family events. So you'll have to try it. I always encourage you guys to try our recipes and then add your own flair. You know, add what you guys think is going to taste good, and then report back to us. I've also put smoked Hungarian paprika in this recipe. Okay. This is what came out of the chicken. I boiled the chicken today for about 4 hours. The chicken to shred it, the chicken breast. And I boiled it in water and 2 tablespoons of this. 2 tablespoons of this. And you got this. Okay? And so really good broth came out of that. And we're going to save that. And we'll be able to cook some noodles this week. Thanks, Trish. But yeah, you can use, could have added some like smoked paprika. If I wasn't using smoked Gouda tonight, I could have used like smoked Hungarian paprika in this. It would have been so good. The cookbooks will be available early March, and you will be able to purchase those off our website. And we will give you guys like a sneak peek on how we're going to take payments for that and stuff. We're going to be doing what I refer to as a church cookbook, okay? Thank you so much. A church cookbook, and I'm not a professional, so please continue to show me your grace.
There's more information about the cookbook on the website?
Yes, if you go up to Chicknchick at the top and click on my face, and then when my face pops up again, if you click on that, you can get to our website. And there's definitely more information about the cookbook, about subscriber benefits, about all the recipes. Aprons are going to be on there. And tonight you will be able to find the winners of the 2 aprons that we're going to make the most of. We're going to do 10 of each of the top 2. And then we will be offering 2 of the other 4. Okay? And subscribers will get the first 24 hours of purchasing power on the cookbook and the apron, and then we'll open them up to the public. Yeah, church cookbooks are the favorite. I love church cookbooks. I am a collector of cookbooks, just so we know. I do cookbooks and aprons. I'm weak. I'm weak for aprons and cookbooks. And you guys know that I have my mom's apron. But look here. This was my mom's, so my grandmother's apron. Okay? Now look at that waist. My grandmother was 90 pounds, soaking wet. 90 pounds. Okay? Yes, I have made Jell-O cake. And I think I put my strawberry cake recipe in the cookbook. I think I remember typing that one already. Absolutely, I answer messages that you send. When did you send one? And I always answer the messages. So we do answer our messages. And if you guys go to the website, you can email us too. And our P.O. box is on there. Our P.O. box is on there. If there's something you guys want to send us for like a spice or something you want us to try in the kitchen, certainly send it to us and we will absolutely try it and let you know. Don't give them away. You're very welcome, Linda. Yes, I work full-time outside of the home, guys. And so most times I'm going to answer your messages, reply to your comments on videos. I'm usually going to do that in the evening. My father always said you can sleep when you're dead. And so I usually stay up late. And so you might get messages and replies from me late in the evening, like 11, 12 o'clock. Okay?
You're welcome, Butterfly.
You're welcome, Butterfly. This is mac and cheese. We made homemade mac and cheese. And this bowl right here is the broth that we got off of the chicken breast that I cooked. Probably sheer aprons. I don't know, probably for serving. The sheer aprons. I don't know if you guys remember, there used to, in some of the really wealthy homes, they used to serve. Like the butlers and stuff would wear sheer aprons.
We're gonna wind down at 6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock, we're going to wind down. Thank you, Linda. I just try to keep going. I don't know where I get my energy. I always say my higher power gives me a little boost just to keep going. Thank you guys. So look at the website tonight, guys. We're going to post the. Thank you so much for for joining and following us, guys. We really appreciate that. Thank you, Terry. I'll have the mister check that out. She says that we have two different emails.
Yep, I'll look at it.
He'll look at it for us, okay? I'm all about that road trip. I'm all about that road trip. You guys are so welcome. Thank you, Donnie. I appreciate that.
There's a calendar of events and announcements on the website.
Yes, the calendar of events and dates and stuff are on the website. So if you guys are wondering when we're going to go live, go check out that new calendar that we put out this weekend. I know that the charcuterie announcement is out there. I know the next planning session is out there. And thank you so much for that. Thank you. So I know that the charcuterie is out there. I know that the next planning session, which my daughter-in-law is going to join us for, I do a lot of stovetop. I usually just rely on crock pots if I'm having some kind of major event. Okay, at the holidays, and if I'm doing, if I'm catering for somebody. Charcuterie, to see what it meant. Yeah, charcuterie grazing board is basically a cheese board, but
Cheese and meat.
Yeah, cheese and meat is what charcuterie stands for, I think. But for mine, we do a grazing board, and it has chocolates, it has desserts, it has cheese, it has meat. So lots of good things on there.
5 minutes left.
So the mister just told me we got 5 minutes. The brand of the thermometer. It is listed. It is listed on our website. Kaizen. Kizen. But if you go to our website, there's a link directly to the Amazon exact one. But yes, I love that.
It's 5:56.
It is 5:56 here. 5:56 p.m. $5:56. So how many of you have started your sourdough starters? How many of you have started your sourdough starters?
Thanks,
Hello, Gidget.
Christine. I may have you help me look at the website.
Thanks, Christine. We may have you help us look at the website. How you doing, Gidget? We made mac and cheese live tonight, and shredded chicken or chicken salad. I call it hot chicken salad. The mister, he calls it shredded chicken. Shredded chicken to me is out of a can. Do y'all ever remember eating like that shredded chicken out of a can? You use canned meat and made shredded chicken. That's what I used. That's what I think about when I shredded chicken. So because I use chicken breasts that I cook, I don't call it chicken, shredded chicken. Thank you. It did turn out delicious this evening. We used smoked Gouda and mild cheddar tonight.
Annie says she got her supplies today to make her starter.
Great, Annie. I can't wait for you to get started on your starter. I'm sorry, Vicky. Drinking water. Well, thank him for listening to us in the evening. Have a great evening, guys. We're going to sign off too. So we really appreciate you guys joining us this evening. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. We're going to do 2 lives tomorrow nights. Okay, 2 lives tomorrow night. One will be cooking dinner, and then one will be a dessert tomorrow evening. Okay, so we will be doing 2 lives tomorrow. And I'll make those announcements, what we're going to cook. I'll make those announcements later this evening, okay? But a hint, I think we're going to make pecan cobbler. Pecan cobbler. Okay, pecan pie cobbler tomorrow. Okay, have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later.